So after the failure, that was our Viscount fight yesterday, where I just could not kill him for whatever reason. My damage was very low. I went and did a bit of work, right? So the first thing I did was I went and killed the queen jellyfish like 6 times and didn't get the weapon that I'm looking for. So either it's a lot more rare than I think it is, or I just maybe looked at the wiki wrong, which I'm pretty sure I did correctly. Also, quick side note on wiki stuff. Terraria has launched a new official wiki outside of the fandom one. This is a thing that I'm going to make a video on because it's something I have a lot of really strong opinions about. So make sure that you go favorite their new wiki, which I think you can find it on their forums and stuff like that. I'll also put it in the description so that way you guys have the new link to it. It helps them a lot more if it is more coagulated into one as opposed to splitting it between the fandom wiki and their new one. Yeah, but I'll talk about more of that in the near future here in this video. So yeah, I went over, killed the queen jellyfish a bunch, and then I went and dug all the way down. So this was our Viscount thing. So we dug all the way down. I went into the underworld and picked up some hellstone and some magma ore. Is that what it's called? Yeah, magma ore. Got just enough of that to make something cool. On top of that, there were actually, let's figure out exactly where it was, because now I'm kind of curious. It was like, yeah, it was right here. There were 2 of these scarlet chests. I dug through one of them because it was like right in line with my elevator. And in one of those chests, I got a mixtape. So it is an accessory. It does 25% of base damage. We'll talk about that in just a second, but it says your symphonic damage will briefly singe hit enemies. Symphonic critical strikes cause an eruption of molten music notes. And the damage it does is 25% of my base damage. So there you go, on whatever weapon I'm using for that. It also upgrades into a thing, but I don't get this until later. So that's that. And then I also got spring steps, which allows you to do a triple hop super auto jump. So I figure we may as well figure out what exactly that is. Maybe it's okay, and then that would be it. No, it's still going. So I just cool, whatever. That's fine. I mean, it's a cool accessory. Do I like it more than the Shield of Cthulhu? No. Do I like it more than our balloon? No. But it I may as well just put it in here. I'm not going to use it, let's be honest. But it is cool. It's different. And I think that if you got that fairly early on, it would be quite good. All right, so let's go in here. We already made the hellstone. Yeah, so I have 97 bars, 97 hellstone bars. I actually have quite a bit of extra hellstone ore. I just didn't have enough obsidian in order to do it. So I actually may make these storage upgrades once I'm done making my armor, which is this stuff. So the nobles set, which is cloth and hellstone. I already made the cloth. I had enough of it. So let's make the hat. We're going to make the jerkin, which is the chest piece, and the leggings. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this on. Our defense is at 20 with that on. It was at 16, so we go up by 4. However, the stuff is increase the chance for inspiration notes to drop by 4%, which actually pretty nice. Increase inspiration regeneration by 5%, and the set bonus, inspiration notes that drop are twice as potent and increase your symphonic damage briefly. Baby, that's good. This one has symphonic damage by 10% and chance for inspiration by 6%. This one has increased chance for inspiration notes to drop by 5% and then increased movement speed by 8%. So this set is actually quite good. And it looks rad too. Like it's cool. Now I'm starting to feel like a bard, you know? Like this feels like a bard, like with the feather and the brimmed hat and the cloak. Yep. This is cool. So let's go ahead and dump this in here. We also have the weapon. Where is it? Where is the weapon? We've got the bongos. That's the first one. So the bongos, actually, we'll take a look at both weapons just a second. I'm going to re-roll them as well. I'm going to re-roll all of our stuff, which was a suggestion. We have the magma racket, which requires the 8 magma bars, which I told you that I made. So we'll pop that out. I think it's 4 ore per bar. Yeah, so it's 4 ore per bar. So in order to get it, you need what, like, why did I just space out 24 ore? More than that. Is that more? More. No, that's right. 24? No, 20. I don't know. I don't know. My brain is not doing math right now. Streamer math is what people call that. Oh yeah, and then there was the weapon. So boop. We have the hot horn. Just quite a name. Oh, and then the final thing. Yeah, let's go ahead and just do the upgrades. So, I need my pickaxe first. This is the first one, right? Pickaxe, bam. Oh, it's legendary. Nice. Having 100% pickaxe power versus the 80 is super good. And then the upgrades, which are, there it is. Which I could do 2 of them. So we'll do that. We'll do 2 upgrades. I'm okay with that because our storage space. Wow, my brain is just not working right now. Is deciding to get really clogged up. So now we're at 560. So that gives us a little bit of breathing room. Still don't have a good axe. We don't need it. We're gonna go ahead and drop the steel drum in. I haven't used the jar of mayo, although it is funny. This essentially is going to get replaced by the hot horn, I believe. So let's check this out. In fact, let's not just check it out. Let's come up here. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I can actually fire these where I want to. Oh, it's amazing. This is what kind of instrument? Brass. And this is a brass one. Critical strikes caused by brass instruments release a spread of piercing sparks. Ooh, that's interesting. Let's see. Oh, it's like a shotgun. That's pretty cool. I mean, we're doing like, what was it, 93? No, we're doing more than that. We're doing like 100 DPS with this one weapon. That's pretty good. We have our bongos, which I really just need to go re-roll. I just launched myself into that stupid thing. Hello there, reforge. Let's reforge these bongos. Nope, wrong button. Although that was really funny sounding. Sure, that works. This gives us, well, actually, this one gives us flat damage too, which is quite good. Yeah, +2 flat damage. I like that. The bongos, like I said before, kind of do like this AoE, which, you know, all things considered, does a lot of damage. Gives you movement speed 2, which is quite good. Is it just, no, it is, it's not just here, because that would be, oh, maybe it is. No. And this is a percussive instrument, right? So what does this one do? Percussion, critical strikes, briefly stun enemies. That's okay. But like, this is insane DPS for like a big AoE thing. So we like that. And then we have the magma racket, which releases a superheated flame toot. So basically, like right after you've had Taco Bell. All right, let's see. That's a fun noise. That's a fun noise. Resource maximum 2. Attacks may singe the target, causing extra damage. That feels like really good. Okay, so what if we added this into it? So we were doing like 100 DPS before. That's 105. Now this does let's get rid of the scuba. The scuba tuba. This does its damage as well, and I should consider that. With the singeing effect. Oh, and the notes, that's right. So it's like a double whammy with the notes. Because it does the symphonic critical strikes cause an eruption of molten musical notes. I like all of this. We're gonna pop this on though, because I don't know. Maybe we just remove the band kit. Symphonic damage 8%, symphonic playing speed 8%, inspiration regeneration 8%. I mean it's good. It is really good, but I don't know. Maybe the other is better. I'm gonna get my potions and we're gonna go tackle this boss again. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try this magma racket first. So we buffed. I'm going to go ahead and, well, I don't know. Let's get rid of the band kit. Let's see how this goes without the band kit. I mean, the band kit is providing us regen, but at the same time, like, how much does that really matter to us? I'm not sure. I like didn't hit the boss at all there. The homing in is not strong with this weapon. I mean, it's better than nothing, but oh goodness. Oh no, this is really bad. Oh god. I don't like that. Okay, let's go ahead and swap it out. So we need what, the plunger mute. Okay. Let's heal up. I do like this weapon a lot. I think it's doing a bunch for us. And you know, we're not necessarily getting, oh, I got turned to stone. We're not necessarily getting all the crits that I would like to see. But heck, I mean, it's better than nothing, right? They're fairly slow moving. What if I just did the bongos? Don't have to aim at all. In fact, the bongos would be really good when the bats come out. So maybe I just swap between these two. So I use this, and then when the bats come out, we bongo them up. Yeah, actually that's not a bad idea because the bongos can take care of those bats so easily. I like this. I think this is going pretty well. I mean, I've fumbled it, but it's still going fairly well. So, no, at least that I didn't mess up. Felt like I was going to. All right, we made it to the last phase. I'm a bat. I am Batman. We'll see how much this actually helps. Because I haven't had, I've had like one set of the bat spawn. And that's because his phases seem fairly, oh, I'm a bat again. Fairly randomized between them. Like he has a chance of doing certain ones and others seem to happen more often than you know, than the others when it gets to that point. So it's kind of strange. It's kind of strange, but that's fine. Do I need that bongo here? I do. Oh, I'm a bat now. Look at me. I'm a bat now. Okay, come on. I am the Batman. I am the Batman with bongos. We are the bongo Batman. Oh my goodness, that is so good versus them. I love that. I just need to toot my horn here. Oh my goodness, I keep getting hit. Stop getting hit, Zen. Stop. Like you're literally running into the green things. It's so frustrating. Stop being bad. Okay, I got my bongos ready. Bongo, bongo. Any health? No, no health. Okay, that's fine. Game. Like I'm all ready for it. And it's not giving me my health. All right, we almost got this. I'm bad again. Just knock it off with the bat. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness, this is bad. I'm gonna preemptive the bongos. Okay, we killed him with bongos. We did it. We did it. Oh, we got some new vanity stuff. We got healer class thing, sorcerer class. Ooh, transformation. Okay. Okay, all of this is awesome. It's so cool. It's so awesome. I need to get the heck out of here. Right, so we killed Viscount in a messy attempt. What is this? Vampire's Catalyst transforms you into a bat capable of flight. When transformed, you're smaller and immune to most bat enemies. Cannot use conventional items while transformed. Okay, so like what kind of... Oh, that's really nice. Do I have like wing time here? Oh, it does. Okay, so it's like I have wings. Okay, that's fine. I'm cool with that. That's a fairly nifty little thing. Let's go ahead and put the acorn away. Actually, what I'm gonna do is put these like super useful transformations in here. Let's go ahead and drop my money in there. What else did we get? We got a vampire scepter. Cool. Well, I don't know what that does. And a healer class thing. Oh yeah, the healer class stuff is so cool. It is really, really cool. Maybe I just keep the band kit off. Is that crazy? I mean, I really like the mixtape. I need to re-roll my accessories. I still haven't done that. Let's see what this stuff looks like. What's happened there? Oh, I see. I put the, okay, I see. I was very confused. I need that, right? Because I'm using the hot horn. Although I probably will just use bongos for everything else. I want to check out what the rest of this looks like. That's okay. That's cool, but I don't tend to like most of the vanity stuff that mods add, just because it's usually from like donors or made for the donors of like the people who supported the mod. And that's fine and dandy, like good. I'm glad that they supported it so the mod could get made. I typically don't like wearing somebody else's clothes, you know what I mean? So yeah, I do really like the vanity stuff added in one of the 1.4 updates that was from the contest. That stuff I can get behind, but this other stuff I tend to avoid. Okay, I'm gonna look and see what I might need to do with Skeletron. I obviously need to set up an arena to fight them with, but I want to go check the Thorium wiki and make sure that I'm not missing any like crucial items from Viscount. Aha, I got it. I did look it up and I was like, there's that weapon that I need to find. So I decided to go get that real quick. Got it on my second attempt. Got about a 30% chance of dropping. Not too bad. So supersonic sonar cannon, 25 damage, 2 inspiration, propels an echoing sound screech. Coming in contact with its echo increases your symphonic damage briefly. It's about 15% apparently. Playing empowers players with the bonus empowerment prolongation 1. Okay, let's check it out. Oh, what kind of weapon is it? Oh, it's an electronic instrument. Do I have a thing for electronic instruments? I don't believe I do. I mean, that's pretty good. And it bounces, right? So if I come into contact with the bounce, it gives me, yeah, 15% buff to my damage. That's really quite good. I like that a lot. Okay, well, with that in mind, I actually like the model on it too. Let's go ahead and dump this stuff in here. I'm gonna keep my buffs because I do want to go do Skeletron. Glad that I've got a bunch of gold from doing that. What increases my electronic damage? I'm actually not sure. Maybe I should go look. I'm gonna look it up. I'm not sure there actually is an item that specifically increases electronic damage stuff, which I suppose that's okay. All right, I need to go get a bunch of wood. I got a lot, but I'm gonna need more, I think. I want to make a fairly nice arena for Skeletron, which means making it a little long. That seems to be my preference when it comes to the arenas for Skeletron. It's just, you know, just enough where you can run back and forth without getting to the end of your arena in desperate situations. So that's, yeah, we need to get up here over to the this guy so we can get, oh, is there no dungeon? All right, that's fine. We can just teleport to the beach. Maybe the next set of houses I'll make is over by the dungeon, because then it'll make it easier when I get into hard mode and get my stuff set up for all my teleports. I think it would make it a lot nicer to just be able to teleport close to the dungeon, because that's a place that we'll go frequently for the rest of the game. One thing I wanted to touch back on from what I mentioned earlier was that when it comes to the wiki, the wiki for the official Terraria stuff and any other wiki that uses fandom, man, I've got a history there. So for people who don't know, I used to work for Curse. Now Curse had owned Gamepedia. They also still do, so they're still around. They do like D&D Beyond and I think a handful of other things, but they used to be like the go-to app for getting, you know, World of Warcraft mods and stuff like that. And they had a website all set up for modding, so like you could go get a bunch of mods for, you know, Kerbal Space Program or games like that. And it was really nice to be able to use, honestly. You could also get Terraria mods from there at one point. Like they had all sorts of stuff. Starbound, I believe, was on there at some point. The problem is Curse found itself in interesting financial situations. I'm not saying bad. I'm just saying interesting in a way that caused them to sell certain properties. So like the Curse app that was used for World of Warcraft that is now the Twitch app. So Twitch had bought it. Yeah, there was a bunch of like weird other deals that went down with them selling specific things to different people. One of which was the acquisition of Gamepedia to, or maybe it wasn't of Gamepedia, maybe it was of Cursors, of something to fandom, which is why the Terraria wiki went from Gamepedia to fandom. And I used to work for them in a couple of different ways. When Diablo Fans was owned by Curse, I was paid by Curse to run Diablo Fans. I was the news poster and community manager. Well, they sold Diablo Fans to a company called Magic Find, and I now work for them. So I do now basically completely run Diablo Fans as far as news and direction and stuff like that. So that, if you don't know, is a Diablo community site which houses a bunch of guides and whatnot and builds. It has a very popular build tool for people who play Diablo 3 and now Diablo Immortal and Diablo 2, because the build tools are available for those games as well. So yeah, that was kind of my initial working for Curse, but I also at one point was working for them as a writer for Gamepedia, because Gamepedia had like a news site. So I was writing like bi-daily articles, like every other day I was writing articles for them. And that was a lot of fun. I actually quite enjoyed it. But then they just made a really bad decision to shut it down, again, for interesting financial situations they found themselves in, whether it be beneficial or not. You know, they sold a lot of their properties off and did other things, and then D&D Beyond started taking off, so they just decided to double down on that. So yeah, I have worked for them. I understand the Gamepedia side of things, and I actually understand the fandom side of the wiki as well, because when we were writing stuff for Gamepedia, it was all to tie back into wikis, so that, you know, you could generate ad revenue, because the Curse had all of these ads on there. And then when Twitch was a part of that, they had a bunch of Twitch streams on as ads, and it would generate basically shadow viewers for Twitch streamers, or like big Twitch streamers, which would inflate their numbers and make it look like more people were watching than were. That's a whole other shady part of that thing going on, which is fascinating if you dig down into that. And it's something that I was approached by Kotaku at one point for. They wanted to know more information on that, and they were writing a piece that didn't end up getting published because one of their sources, from my recollection, gave them false information, so they couldn't trust a bunch of the information they had. But it's a long story. Anyway, so at the end of the day, my opinions on fandom wikis are that there are so many damn ads on them, and they're so frustrating to use. Anytime I open it up on my computer or even on my phone, it's like the page just shifts everywhere, and it's really badly designed for mobile, and it's hyper badly designed for PC, with all the really annoying ads all over the place. Even with an ad blocker on, there's still ads that make it through the filters and stuff, and it's just really annoying. So in my opinion, switching to a site that isn't necessarily fandom can only be good. So yeah, I would recommend bookmarking the new official Terraria wiki, because anything is better than fandom, in my opinion. I don't like the fandom wikis. I think what they did with the Gamepedia wikis was odd, and just like the whole situation is annoying. And I would be the first to admit I have some negative emotions there from them just like randomly deciding to shut down, or rather get rid of their news part of Gamepedia. And like, that was a source of income from me that just like disappeared. And the person who was above me was like, man, they treated you guys dirty. That was really bad. Like, she even gave me a like a free game. She was like, I feel so bad, here, take this. I was like, oh, thanks. Because they, you know, for the most part, everybody I worked with, I should say, everybody who worked directly with me, I was really appreciative of. They were hyper nice. They knew what they were doing, and they were always like very flexible as far as, you know, trying to get things done on specific timeframes and stuff like that. So it was nice. But long story short, support the new official Terraria wiki. I forgot that I have a bunch of potions that were in here from getting them out of chests, like the Rage potion and the Wrath potion. And I needed a Shine and a Night Owl potion. So I was like, well, I may as well come back and get that stuff before I actually fight the boss. So if you're like, Zen, you've got a bunch of buffs that you didn't have in your inventory before. Well, that's because I came back. You can see it now. I came back, got new buffs. All right, here we go. Let's hope for the best here. I think this weapon might be quite good against Skeletron's hands, but maybe not, right? So like, maybe hot horn. Let's horn it up. Actually, yeah, the horn is pretty good. Wait for some regeneration here. It does pierce, which is always nice. I've already done a bunch of damage to one of the hands. All right, so this is definitely the weapon of choice here, I think. And I got that, what is it? Rage potion. Because the Wrath potion is damage by 10%. I believe the Rage potion is crit chance by 10%, which is perfect for us because we got all this stuff that, you know, affects us on critical hits. So that is definitely a little bit more ideal than just having, like, I don't know, symphonic damage or something like that. Like, because our stuff affects on crits at the moment, it's definitely better to have the Rage. Where's the other hand? What happened to the other hand? Did anybody else see that? It just kind of like, I must go, my people need me, and then it's gone? What happened to the hand? I didn't hear a star. I didn't do that much damage to it. It just pieced out. What happened to that other hand? I know I saw it fly up. I just don't know where it went from there. I guess, look, I really shouldn't complain. It saves me some time here, right? It saves me. Can I hit this other hand though? Like, I feel like I just can't hit it. Okay, well, you know what? Honestly, maybe I just killed it because the amount of damage I'm doing from actually hitting this hand is fairly large. Like, I could have crit it a couple times maybe. I swear, I'm just not hitting this stupid hand. Okay. It's partly due to the slow projectile that I am not aiming very well here. So I'm gonna bongo it to death. Because it's the only thing that I can guarantee will hit it. There we go, okay. Horn time. I do like this horn. It does so much damage. And, you know, the crits also help significantly as well. I think we got Skeletron. As long as we don't get caught, I think we've got this. But that's the thing. It's like Skeletron, even modded Skeletron, I would say, with the exception of the Fargo Soul mod, which we haven't done on the channel yet, but I have seen the Skeletron fight for that. It's ridiculous. It's just kind of easy, you know? Like, Skeletron, most of the time Queen Bee, although sometimes she's kind of a pain in the butt. Like King Slime, like stuff like that. These modded, or these boss fights unmodded, are just easy. On Master Mode in 1.4, they're significantly harder, which is why Master Mode is so important in my opinion. But at the same time, like even modded, like these boss fights are fairly easy. So I'm not worried about this. Okay, I say I'm not worried about it, but now I've taken a bunch of damage over the last like 20 seconds. Let's hit him with this weapon. You know what I mean? Let's hit him with this one. It's slightly easier to actually hit. So I think I'm doing slightly more damage because my damage is just a little bit more consistent. Oh, it's hard to dodge though sometimes. Oh, I'm gonna go back the other way. I don't know. Maybe I should put my whistle on. No, Zen, no, you idiot. I'm like, oh, it's easy. It's the easiest fight ever. I'm just gonna run into him and die because I'm terrible at this game. All right, there we go, boys. I got it this time. I had to wait all the way an entire day in the game. That was really annoying. All right, we got it dead. Now we can move on and actually do the jungle in the next episode. Ooh, the pockets of granite and marble in your world tremble. What does that mean? Who's next? Granite Energy Storm? Buried Champion? Star Scouter? Who's all this? What is this? Use a thing deep in the underground within a granite enclosure, or find and defeat an unstable energy anomaly. What's a corpse bloom? Randomly appears in post-Skeletron underground jungle. Okay, an illusionist randomly appears in the dungeon. Buried champion, use a ancient blade deep in the underground within a marble enclosure. What is all this? Star Scouter? We use a star collar? Man. That's exciting. I didn't realize we were just about to get into a bunch of modded stuff. Man, I can't wait.